So the homework assignment this week is to paint an homage, a painting that is in honor of. Now I requested that these paintings be done for somebody that is currently alive, like your husband. For some of you, you don't have husbands. And so I was hoping that some of you have very true friends, people who you absolutely can't imagine your life without. Now the reason why I'm doing this, and I want them to be involved, is when you are painting for someone else, when you are painting because you are showing somebody that you love them, when you're telling them, you know, I can't live my life, I can't imagine my life without you. I really can't. I want to create a work of art.
Don't talk
or
to me
you.
like that now.
I don't want to make anybody jealous. Or you. I can't imagine having, or you.
Colombian people.
I can't imagine. I'm going to be busy painting paintings this week. So I can't imagine my life without you. I'm going to create a painting in honor of you, of the things that I feel are your spirit, your life. Now, why are we doing this? In our other homework assignments, we're painting shipping peanuts and popcorn and baseballs and things. Now what we're doing is that we're putting significant meaning in this. And not only that, she's now putting significant meaning into what I think of her. So this didn't go on very well with people this week.
Oh no.
Because some people have really, really shitty spouses. I am amazed at the stories I got. One of my students was like, she's such a soft, wonderful student. And we're going through the paintings, and I pick them up and I put it up here and I go, whose is this? And this person stands up and goes, it's mine. And I go, a plate of lemons? She says, yeah. She said, I went to my husband and I said I was going to paint a painting in honor of you. And their relationship isn't that great to begin with. But who knows, maybe this is the turning point. So she went in and she says, I want to validate our relationship, and I want to validate you as a person. Without you, I wouldn't be here.
Oh. Oh.
He said, it better be a good one.
Yes, lemon. Yeah.
And then she started looking for things, and he goes, no, I don't want you to paint that. No, don't do that. No, let me show you. Here, no, why are you doing that? I told you, see, you can't paint that anyway. Why did you even bother? Why did you choose me? Total, and it wasn't just one, it was several of them. There were several artists that, I was like, I opened up a can of worms. The thing is, the homework assignment was to involve them. And the reason for that is I wanted the feeling of that kind of pressure. I wanted that feeling of somebody looking over your shoulder, that you're doing this painting. I wanted you to feel what it's like to make a commission and to bring things into a painting that you feel for. Because at some point, these people may pass away. And even if it's not your spouse, some of you don't have spouses, somebody else who's alive that's around you, your son or your daughter, or maybe your neighbor who takes care of you and makes sure that your garbage gets put out. Mary Ellen, she's doing an honor of her husband who's passed away, and that's where we started this. And we do this in the Power to Create class, and we usually deal with deceased people, grandmothers and mothers. Not that many fathers, but I don't know why. But having them involved in the conversation, having a lot of meaning into the objects, is a lot of pressure, a lot of things. But remember, I'm asking you to paint things of them, no portraits. And what do we do in this class? We don't paint things. So all of these things that you have so much honor for, all these things that you have chosen to create memory things and photographs and awards and baseball mitts and medals and trophies and all this stuff are just things like oranges and apples and avocados and peanuts and shipping peanuts and boxes, all the stuff that I told you to. I want you to gather all these items with significant meaning and take the meaning out of it and create a painting that has a good central focal point, has good eye magnets. Not to have you so involved with the story of everything that you produce a shitty painting. I don't want to see a painting of things. I'm stripping you of all that. You gather the stuff that you feel are important to that person. You say, hey Frank, I'm going to paint this painting and I've got your war medals here and I've got your trophies when you were a little kid, and look, this picture of you and your brother, I'm sticking it over here, and your baseball, look at this, here's her baseball, that woman that you had the affair of, here's her, you know, all of that in here, right?
Killer.
Picture frame or something, you know. So you set all that up and then you look at it as if it's nothing and you put a beautiful highlight on it, central focal point, try to work out some eye magnets, and paint a painting that's powerful. Because if you paint a painting of things, you're just going to paint a painting of things and nobody will care. Nobody will care about it. Except your spouse, who at the end of it, you will write in great memory and love, who I forever will cherish my relationship with you, signed, Chris Hart, and the date today. No, there's no Chris Hart here. So. And you sign that in the back. I mean, it's an incredible piece. Not only is it a piece that will be passed down from generation to generation in your family, not only if you do it well, you'll get an extra kudos and maybe he'll take you out to dinner. Maybe get some spark back in the relationship because you actually care. Remember, men need to be needed. Women need to be loved. And if you do a painting that honors him and shows him that I need you. I need you. This is how important you are to me. I need you. He will turn around and give you the biggest bouquet of roses you've ever seen. Just a little, this is just a little advice for your marriage. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, so whose is this?
This is mine.
Whose? What were you thinking?
The penny passport, this is my husband's hobby. He loves to collect the pennies. Wherever he go, he put the souvenir, like the souvenir hole.
Pennies.
Penny passport.
Penny passport. See?
So this is different countries and their pennies?
Yeah, wherever he go, whenever he saw that machine, he'll just put penny and he'll do the stamps. I didn't do the stamps like exactly what shape is.
Okay. First thing. There's no such thing as an American penny.
United States penny.
We don't make pennies, we make cents. Yeah. So 1 cent, 2 cent. Pennies are English.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we call them pennies, but they're not, American pennies are not pennies. They're cents. Just a trivial thing. They're called cents. So 1 cent, 2 cent. Oh, I have a whole bowl full of cents. I know, we're just used to calling them pennies, but they're not. Well, in what I would like to have seen done here is there's a lot of paraphernalia with sailing. And your husband wasn't just a sailor. And we're going to have this homework assignment for another week because I want some of you to really think these through. You don't have to if you don't want to. If you've done good, you're okay. If you didn't quite get it, like yours is okay too. But was he just a sailor? That's it. All he did was
His job? No. That was a hobby.
Okay, so maybe you have a compass, a sailing compass, or something that has a sailing element to it. And then where did he work? Well, yeah, but we're talking about kind of pulling together all this stuff. I know that he had a Mercedes, and you owned a piece of property. So,
Compass, I don't know.
no, well, think it through. Don't jump in. But think, this is what I'm looking for: a picture of your old house attached to the back wall, a picture of Mercedes, or even a little toy Mercedes that you could find in there, compass for sailing, if you did woodworking, maybe a thing. Try to assemble a still life with all the different things he's done, not just one. Yeah, well, that's why we're here. That's why it's the second week on this. You get 2 weeks on this, because I know that Lucy is just dying to do one in honor of her husband, and even yours is just Penny, but he's also a father. He's also, he's a provider, and where does he work? And there's so many things. It should be a whole collage of all of him. Pictures of you guys dating, or his glasses, or did he wear glasses that you still own? That would be something he had. Do you still have his wedding ring? That would, all of those things are awesome. I want a whole collage of all that stuff. So I just don't think just a. Okay, so whose is this?
How that was
Yeah, but when did you paint this?
2007.
See, this is a long time, and it's not a homework assignment either. And the thing is, when I look at this, I think that this is all he did his whole life, was just go do this.
No, but it was something I did for him, and that's what I.
Okay, but that's not
and
the
I
homework
wanted you to
assignment.
see. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's wonderful, but we got to finish this here. What I want you to do is, he was in the Army. Does he have any medals? Then he owned a company, Snap-on Tools. There's tools in there. Was he a father? Does he have glasses? Does he have... Pile the things that make him who he is in an area. Instead of me telling you to go paint avocados, I'm asking you to go put together some stuff that represents a whole thing of his life. A whole thing. Where did he go to school? Is there a class ring involved? If there is a former girlfriend, maybe a picture of her. Maybe a picture of an old car. Maybe he's got a toy car that used to be his first car. I don't know, but it's nice to collect all that stuff. A whistle. Maybe he was on the track team. Okay? There is nothing more significant than the items that we collect. And there's nothing more significant as an artist to do something that is permanent, to show the world that this person has lived and how important that person is to you. These are paintings that will go from generation to generation, from kids to kids. Your great-great-grandkids will look at these paintings and go, oh my God, look at what George did, and look at his medals, and look at this, and look. It's a story of their lives. See, with the penny painting, there's not enough in there. Your husband just doesn't collect pennies and gave you a necklace. There's more. As wonderful as it is, there's more. Personal glasses, an old shoe. If he's into track. Load that painting up with all the fun, wonderful memories. Open up the drawers and see what he's collected. Ask him, are you harboring any little collectibles that you can't let go? He might go, funny you should ask. Look, since 6th grade, I'm holding on to this little statue of a skunk. Get him involved in it. Ask him, what is something really precious that you've been holding on to for years that I could use as a still life? You might learn something about him. Okay?